Hello there, me old mateys. I haven't been putting out too many videos the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to tell you what's been going on. Last week I had a wisdom tooth extracted, which was rather painful for a few days. And you can see here the remnants of the soft snack foods that I was eating to combat that. We have Wotsits, Skips, two of the most meltable snack products, and Mr. Kipling lemon slices. One empty pack, one not quite empty pack yet. Oh, and what's this? Jaffa Cakes. Well, I'm pretty much recovered from that, apart from the huge hole in my mouth that hasn't quite sealed up yet. I'm just about back to normal with regards talking and such. So, let's see what else is going on in here. Here's my lovely, highly expensive Chinese airbrush, which you can see has a crack in the case, which I did get a partial refund for, which was nice, considering it doesn't really affect the airbrush in any way. There's all the paints I got, compressor, and this is what I'm planning to paint with it first, after I've done a few practice sprays, no doubt. Mortis engine. Now, I would have started on this kind of stuff already, but I've got the wrong hose. I'm not going to tell you which YouTube person told me to get this hose and told me that it would be fine with the airbrush and the compressor that I was buying, because that would be mean. I'll just tell you that he's Australian. Over here is the Dreadball setup, or it was supposed to be. I was going to be using this laptop here to do all the games. However, it's awful. And there was a lot of lag on the audio, so I had to make a different setup over by the PC and hang the webcam from the ceiling for the practice game I did. I'm going to try to get a tripod set up so I don't have to do that again, because it wasn't entirely reliable. Now, anyone who's been following my videos for a while should remember Halfling Pete. He recently sent all his miniatures here, since this is where he plays all his games. There's his Halfling Blood Bowl team, and some other random models in there. And here is his Praetorian Imperial Guard army. Most of them are already painted, but I am going to be doing some touching up on them. And then applying some varnish. I'm going to be painting this blue tank here so that it matches all the other ones. That delightfully dull grey colour scheme. I'm going to be painting these Rough Riders for him. And converting these Ogrins here so they look like Praetorians. So I'm going to make them little green stuff hats so they look like these guys. Won't that be lovely? These are the ones that I've already applied all the touching up and varnish to. They're going back in the case as they're completed. So still quite a lot to do on them. Over here in the painting area you can see I have a land speeder there and a Raven Wing bike just to work from to make sure I get everything the same, and a Terminator over there for the same reason, so I can paint these Terminators the same. Underneath there, hiding, we have an organ gun in sub-assembly, a dwarf tank that I may finish one day, some Space Marines, paints, and down here, this is the next batch of Praetorians that I'm touching up and varnishing. There's quite a lot of paint chips on this guy here. which is annoying because he's very nicely painted indeed. Whoever painted these models for him did a very good job, but I do believe that they took about 5 years to finish the army. So hopefully my touch-ups on them won't take quite that long. Now I'm sitting on my lovely inflatable sofa here. It's very comfortable. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm planning for my channel in the next few weeks. First of all, the 2D6 show concept was an interesting experiment. I was trying something different to see if the kind of TV sketch show style format would work on a YouTube channel. It doesn't really get enough views to warrant continuing doing it in that format. Each episode was getting less views than my individual videos, which were pretty much the same thing. So less people were watching it overall. And obviously I want more people to see my hilarity and my genius, some might say. So I'm just going to go back to how I was doing it, which is whenever I think of something funny, just make a video about it as one of my ridiculous characters. It also leaves me open to do lots of other things like the Dreadball League and maybe some tutorial videos. I'm thinking of doing some green stuff videos, since I, of course, have a very high level of expertise when it comes to sculpting things. I am legally obliged to point out at this point that I do not have a high level of expertise when it comes to sculpting whatsoever. I'm going to try and do a little casual video like this now and then, just because it seems to be what everyone else does, and people seem to like it, just seeing what everyone's up to, giving a little tour of what's going on. It's interesting. And I've got some pretty funny ideas for videos coming up over the next week. Maybe over the next couple of days. Something involving Zoe, perhaps. Ta-ta.